The Apache Trail combines the grandeur of the Alps, the glory of the Rockies, the magnificence of the Grand Canyon, and then adds an indefinable something that none of the others have. To me, it is the most awe-inspiring and most sublimely beautiful. Theodore Roosevelt.
Yo! Good morning! Welcome to another vlog. My name is MR.RYAN. For those of you that are new, welcome to my channel. I'm heading out on another adventure. So you guys are going to come along with me. I'm going about an hour and a half outside of Phoenix. It is northeast of Phoenix, if I remember correctly. So yes, you guys are going to come along with me, and we're going to go on an adventure today. Adventure time, because adventure waits for no man. But let's go. And of course, before I head out, I'm going to go ahead and get me some human beans. Hey. All right. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look, I got 2 eggs this time. I normally only get 1, but this time I got 2. So, let's go. Alright, well, I guess I'm in the small town of Superior. Pretty cool place. And there's a historical area, or there's a historical Superior downtown. I might check that out on the way out, coming back through this way, but we'll see. I'm trying to look for bags of ice, but apparently they're all out of bags of ice in the area, so I'll probably have to wait until I get a little closer to my destination. So let's start heading out, man. Let's start heading out that way. So far I'm making some good timing, and they also sell Hatch's green chili around here. There was a sign back there that said it. I forgot to take a picture of the sign. But Warren, if you're ever here, they sell Hatch's green chili here. To know. So let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go into the mountains.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens.
Well, your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens.
Yeah, your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens.
Well, your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens.
Yeah, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Well, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Yeah, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Well, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Is a space that creates your horizon.
Well, your mind is a space that creates the horizon.
Your mind is a space that creates your horizon.
Well, your mind is a space that creates your horizon.
Say, why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
look outside yourself when you have all of the world
Why would
inside?
you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
You know, you can feel it when you look inside. You know, you can feel it. It's no surprise.
All right, so I made it to the small town of Miami, Arizona, not Miami, Florida. You can wear your bathing suit, but there's no beach here. Got me some ice, and so far things are looking pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and head out to our destination. We're about 30 minutes away, so we'll be there shortly. So let's go. All right, I made it to Tonto National Monument. So we're gonna be heading in, and unfortunately, there's lower and upper cliff dwellings. I'm only gonna be able to view the lower one because you have to have a guided tour for the upper levels, and unfortunately the upper level tours won't be going on they won't have reservations until October. So this is gonna be my first visit here, but I'm gonna revisit Tonto National Park, so then that way I can get the guided tour for the upper levels. But unfortunately the upper levels are closed to the public, only through guided tours. But today I'm gonna go ahead and explore around the area, the lower levels, and we'll go from there. So let's go, everyone. All right, National Park Service, Visitor Center, Tonto National Park. Come inside to start the trail, and of course, mask required. So for this hike, it's going to be paved all the way. So we're going to make our way starting from here, and it's going to go all the way up there. So we're going to go ahead and make our way up. So let's go. And here's our first plaque. Well, technically there were more plaques, but those plaques were talking more about plants and rocks. But I like plaques that talk about the history of it. So right here, let's take a look. Exchange Expedition. Trade routes are located along waterways throughout the world. In the past, one of the trade routes used to obtain supplemental and specialized items was along the Salt River. So I'm guessing that's the river they're talking about right down there. Let's see. The Salado exported polychrome pottery, intricate weavings, and raw materials. One of their export was cotton, which continued to be a major export item for Arizona. So, just like Arizona, over in Bandelier National, cotton was also a big export item. Trade networks brought abalone shells from the Pacific coast, copper bells from northern Mexico, scarlet macaw from Mesoamerica, and artistic products from surrounding communities. Remnants of these trade items contribute to archaeologists' understanding of prehistoric relations. So it's pretty cool. Macaw. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So, you know, all Native American tribes and settlements, they all exported items, trade networks, and ideas, I'm guessing. And I'm pretty sure somewhere along the lines, cultures intertwined, and that's how ceremonies and rituals became a thing. So yeah, pretty cool. Yep, so we're still walking on our way up. So if you guys are ever here, it's a paved trail all the way. So we're gonna go as far as we can way up there. But I just wonder where the second level is, because they told me that right there is the first level, but I wonder where the second one was at. So we're gonna continue on the trail. So let's go. Awesome, another plaque. Oh man, it's kind of humid out here, so just be ready to be hiking in the humidity, everyone. But back to the plaque. Life in the Tonto Basin. The cliff dwellings are the most visible remnants of the Salado culture today. However, in the 1300s, people lived here in several types of structures throughout the Tonto Basin. Prehistoric people moved into areas along established trade routes, bringing with them diverse ideas, skills, art, and architectural styles. But yeah, man, it is humid as hell out here. So if you guys are ever in this area, make sure you bring lots of water. But back to it. Similar to today, daily tasks were performed as a community together. The Salado raised families, gathered resources, and created or traded items that included colorful textiles and pottery. Think of a community you are part of. How are you connected? So yeah, it's pretty cool. Man, I bet that hurt though. It's probably why some people arch their back and why people sometimes hunch over, you know. Pretty interesting. So that's the field house and the compound structure they have. Pretty similar to Pueblo. The Salado used diverse architectural techniques to build compounds and Pueblo structures, platform mounts, field houses, and cliff dwellings to establish a large community near the Salt River. So yeah, starting to get like a nice view from here too. Pretty cool. So let's carry on. Oh man, you get a nice breeze just standing here because as you can see, the national park is located and situated between the mountains. But exactly where I'm standing, you get a good cross breeze from the lake right there, the road, and the breeze is coming this way. Oh man, I just want to stand here all day. But let's look at this plaque real quick. Confluence of Change, Roosevelt Lake. Fun fact, 22.4 mile shoreline, 128 miles capacity, 1,653,403 acres. Maximum depth 188. Original dam construction 1903 to 1911. The dam was remodeled in 1996. I don't know if you can see the dam from here, so we'll probably go check out the dam after we're done here. But let's see what it says. As people move west and settle into Arizona territory, a need for a reliable water source was evident. Theodore Roosevelt Dam was constructed at the confluence of the Salt River and Tonto Creek, creating a reservoir that controls flooding and stores water for Arizona residents to this day. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm not going to read all that, but if you guys want to pause your screen and read it, you're welcome to. And let's look at this guy. Of course, everyone knows Theodore Roosevelt. He looks like a really mean principal. But it says, by the time Theodore Roosevelt left office in 1909, he had created 55 national bird sanctuaries and wildlife refuges, 100 national forests, 18 national monuments, and 5 national parks. So I'm guessing this is going to be one of them, Tonto National Park. And he protected approximately 2 million. I can't read that right now.
acres of public land by visiting your public lands. Theodore Roosevelt's vision continues to inspire new generations. So as you can see, the lake there is still going and it's humid, so after we're done here, we're gonna go ahead and check it out. And it says, visiting an ancient home. Welcome to the lower cliff dwellings, the ancestral home of many Native American people. Help protect this cultural site. Avoid touching and leaning on the walls. These fragile walls are 700 years old. Keep pets outside the dwellings. Leave pets behind scents that attract other animals. Eat outside the dwelling. Food attracts rodents and dig under walls. From the rocks to the plants, everything must stay where you found it. Every object helps tell the story of the monument. It is unlawful to take or deface any object of the National Park Service site. So we're gonna see if we can get a closer look. I'm not even up to the main second or first house, but from what you can see here, I'm guessing this is a part of it. And there's a collapsed wall right here, so I'm pretty sure this is way bigger than it was, and there's a hole right there. So, and yeah, like I was saying, I'm pretty sure this is bigger than it was before. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's see, we're still walking on our way up, so let's go. All right, we made it up here. So I guess I can look around, but don't touch the walls. So as you can see here, it is very similar to Bandelier, and at the same time it's very similar to Casa Grande. So let's see if we can go in and look a little bit more. Pretty cool how it's inside of a cave too.
So you're welcome to look around. Got a tour guide that's already been here. But as you look around, we just ask not to touch or lean on the walls.
All right, so this is on the I want to say the west side of the whole thing. From what you can see here, from the discoloration of the rocks here, kind of blackened. And if you look at the top, the rocks are also blackened. So from my guesstimation, this is kind of like maybe where they cooked food or pottery, because you can tell by the discoloration of the wood right there and the walls right here. And of course you can tell from the ceiling of the rocks on top, because you can see patches of the rock that are blackened out. So if they're cooking or making pottery here, then the smoke would go up from here, affect the wood, and then hit up through the ceiling and head out through the open air right here. So yeah, pretty cool. And here is another plaque. Let's read through just a little bit of it. But if you want to go ahead and pause the video, you're welcome to. But I'm only going to read through just a little bit of it. It says, where did they go? Archaeologists may never know the reason why the Salado people moved away from the cliff dwellings. Current theories about the regional population decline in the 1450s included long-lasting drought, major flood of the Salt River, civil unrest, and resource competition or depletion. Modern tribes say their ancestors decided to relocate and join other communities. The stories and traditions of the people who lived here are continued today by modern tribes. Tonto National Monument works with tribal partners to better understand and care for the resources of the Tonto Basin. So, just like Casa Grande Ruins, Bandelier, and what's the other one? I can't remember, but all these places have something similar. Most of these places were abandoned because of water resources or plant depletion. So yeah, this place is just the same. So we may never know.
Over the hill that way, so kind of over the ridgeline, you can see like a rocky outcrop that turns into something very similar to this. And they're parallel to each other. There's nowhere inside kind of the day-use area of the monument that you can see the upper, just because that ridgeline is always blocking the view. But if you head back out to 188 into the right slope, about a mile down, there's like a small blue sign that says scenic view. Yeah, you pull into there.
Just got larger and more.
Yeah. Yeah, the upper one was built first.
I seen this plaque while going up. I didn't want to read it, but I thought I'd read it. So let's go ahead and read this plaque. Essential for life. Water is vital for all living things despite its dry appearance. The Tonto Basin has many sources of water, including perennial springs and rivers. The Salado collected water from nearby sources and carried it to the communities in pots called ollas for drinking, cooking, quiff dwelling, construction, and pottery making. Salado farmers also constructed irrigation canals along the Salt River, bringing this valuable resources to their crops. So if you guys don't know too much about biology, I think it was biology, basic science basically. When it rains, the water drops. And when the water drops, there's a surface runoff and it goes into ground percolation and it drops down into the rivers. And of course, that's where people get their water. And as that happens, the water continues to sit and eventually evaporation happens. And when evaporation happens, condensation happens. And when condensation happens, the whole thing starts all over again. So yeah. And of course there's the trees of Arizona. Arizona black walnut and Arizona sycamore. And of course there's planes messing up the vlog, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going. And some guy, I don't know his name, Emil Hallry. Emil Hallry was considered to be the leading authority on the Ho'oponopono and Salado cultures, known for their construction of irrigation canals before he became a professor of archaeology at U of A, or University of Arizona. Hallry worked at the Gila Pueblo Archaeological Foundation in Globe, Arizona, where he was actively involved in site excavations throughout Arizona, including the Tonto Basin. He is the most distinguished archaeologist of the 20th century. That's him right there.
That's him.
So yeah, just a little lesson for essential of life and how water precipitation, evaporation, and condensation happens. Oh yeah, forgot to read this too. A nearby natural spring provided enough moisture for plants to grow, such as the Arizona sycamore. Is that right there? And the Arizona walnut. Not an actual walnut, but the tree, black walnut. The Salado used these trees in roof architecture of the cliff dwellings. So you see when they were doing construction for the housing, they use these right here. Pretty cool. And they're pretty good too, since they're still holding up to this day. You hear that? That is very peaceful. Plant life and wildlife still thrive in Tonto Basin. The ancestors may have left, but remnants of their structures and wildlife and plant life still thrive here. So, there are two trailheads when you're coming into the park. One trailhead leads all the way up to the ruins up there. And the other trailhead is a trailhead that allows you to see the scenic routes and wildlife and all that stuff. But for me, I'm just going to do the ruins because that's all I came here to see. And I was hoping to see the second level, but that one you need a guided tour, as I said. So, as I said, we're gonna revisit this place when they start giving tours, and I'll be sure to vlog that one. But in the meantime, check out Tonto National Monument if you have not already.
To the south, the largest archaeological site at Tonto overlooks nearby Cave Canyon. The 40-room pueblo crowds into the alcove of the upper cliff dwelling and was home to about 100 Salado. The village nestled in a cliff face, perched over 600 feet above Cave Canyon and 1,500 feet above the Salt River. But the upper cliff dwelling did have one real advantage. Just below the entrance, a spring provided one of the few reliable sources of water on the normally parched hillsides. Today, the spring still supports life.
A deer walks up a slope with yellow brush.
At times, a small seep in the back of the alcove would also flow, and the villagers built a catchment basin to contain the precious water. The back of the rock shelter may have been an open, unwalled area. The steep, sloping floor required the Salado to build rooms that stair-stepped downward. From a distance, the settlement appeared as if it were a city of stone towers.
Atop a grassy hill, light brown pueblo walls are nestled against a cliff.
Of the 32 rooms on the ground level, the very largest were toward the back of the rock shelter. 8 second-story rooms completed the settlement. Some of the original ceilings remain intact. The upper cliff dwelling had a commanding view of much of the eastern Tonto Basin. Several holes in the walls appear to be viewing doors, window-like openings. Evidence suggests that villages were linked by some form of signal communication, perhaps to warn against danger. Virtually all settlements in the region were visible to at least one other village. Were the cliff dwellings built as defensive bastions? Probably not at first, but in the 1300s, life began to change for the normally peaceful Salado. Up to this time, the Salado lived in small, isolated farming settlements. One theory suggests that fear, The threat of violence may have been the catalyst that pushed the Salado to move into ever larger villages in the Tonto Basin and into these cliff dwellings. After the year 1400, the Salado culture began to gradually disintegrate. The exact reasons for the collapse remain a mystery.
And we're at the museum. Pottery at Tonto. So there were three types. There were polychrome, corrugated, and undecorated. And it gives you the style of how they were making pots back then, you know. Gives like a little instructions, and you see these really old people right here, you know. And it says, and Tonto pottery in the early 1900s uses a paddle and anvil to shape a pot. Photo of the Bureau of American Ethnograph, Smithsonian Institution. So that's you can tell that's a really old photo though. It gives more information right here about the Salado polychrome. It tells potters began making Pinto style jars around 1275 CE. And these pots have red exteriors, white interior with black paint design. Designer geometric and made using lines, curves, and rectangles. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And here's another one right here. It says Gila polychrome. Gila polychrome was popular between 1300 to 1400 CE. These complex designs include scalloped edges, triangles, scrolls, keys, mazes, and hashes. They tend to have a broad band of paint around the rim called a lifeline. The Gila polychrome had the widest range of all pottery types in the Southwest. Many of these vessels were made locally. Pretty cool. And let's take a look at this one. And it says Tonto polychrome. Pretty cool. Similar to Gila polychrome, the Salado people created Tonto polychromes around the same time. Potters sometimes applied red lines between black designs elements. They shaped these vessels into small bowls, squat jars, and sometimes ollas. Pretty cool. And here's some potteries too. Pretty cool. And I'm guessing that's how they used to carry some of the jars back then. Ouch. And here it says life 700 years ago. The people who called this area home thrived in the arid desert. How did they do it? They made the most of the world around them. The dry cave preserved the cliff dwellings and evidence of past life. We know people who lived here ate a variety of local plants, animals, as well as plants they grew themselves. Though it seems like a harsh climate, this area has 300 days long growing period. Pretty cool. You can see the wild plants. And you can see the corn, beans, and gourd. Pretty cool. Agave. Some tequila sounds good. And of course trade routes. So yeah, they may have been living in the desert, but they made use of everything here. Pretty cool, really cool. And I just had to look at this map right here. There's a lot of information here, but the information that caught my eye here is what Native American groups have ties to Tonto National Monument. 12 Native American groups have close connections to past people who lived within the monument's boundaries. Many of these tribes have oral histories that give us information about the importance of this place. These include the Action Indian community, the Gila River Indian community, the Hopi tribe, the Mescalero Apache tribe, the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community, and the San Carlos Apache tribe, and the To'ono Nation, the White Mountain Apache tribe, and the Yavapai Apache Nation, and the Yavapai Prescott Indian tribe, the Tonto Apache tribe, and the Zuni tribe. So pretty good information here. And here's a little map of everything around Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. So yeah, it's pretty cool. See right here, the Salado Archaeological Complex. So we're right here, and the Hoda Oakham is where we came from. So it's pretty cool. And right down here it says, how are the Salado different from other cultures? The Salado cultural combined characteristics found within the ancestral Puebloan of the north and the Hoda Oakham in the south. Some northern traits included Puebloan pottery style, dry farming, masonry, room block architecture. Southern traits included paddle and anvil pottery, sophisticated canal networks, and adobe compound architecture. Many archaeological sites in the Tonto Basin have combined these traits, including mixing two cultures. So, a lot of good information here. There's a lot of information here, but I just wanted to go through how they're different from other cultures and what Native American groups have ties to them. So, if you guys are here, you can read through the whole thing yourself. Pretty cool. So I had to pull over to take a look at Roosevelt Lake. Man, looks really nice, And the bridge is right there. And Roosevelt Dam is back there. I missed the exit, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and take the right road, because the road turns in from right there and it goes all the way around, and the dam's like right over there. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn around, and go check it out. Pretty cool. I feel like going fishing now. I wonder if you can fish in here. Pretty cool. You can see people with boats. You can see someone jet skiing right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, you can see someone jet skiing right there. Pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go check out the dam really quick and get back with you guys. Okay, we made it to the dam, and there's a plaque right here. Let's take a look. I'm not gonna read the whole thing though. The Salt River began high in the White Mountains as runoff from melting snow, finding its way into streams and creeks that eventually formed the White and Black Rivers. The continuance of the two rivers marked the beginning of the Salt. Pretty cool. So you got the basin right there, formed into there, eventually made that. So right now, as you can see, you got Roosevelt Dam right there. You got people cut off right there at the line. So I'm guessing that people can't cross over to there. So this is kind of a restricted area. Maybe because for protection and for safety issues. So I'm guessing that's what that line's there for. So then that way people don't cross over. Let's go ahead and check this side out. And it says, Tonto Basin. Over 6 million years ago, the mountains surrounding you were lifted skyward as they rose. The land in between sank, creating the valley known as the Tonto Basin. So the dam's right here, and Apache Lake's down the road, but we're not gonna go there. We're just gonna check this out, go here, and I'm still thinking about where I should go from here, but that's where we're at right now. So it's pretty cool. So as you can see, we're on that side. Took the bridge back. We backtracked because there's a road right there. If you miss the road, then you'll end up on the bridge. But make sure you go to the turnoff where it says Apache Lake. Let's check this last plaque out. And the bridge, 1887 to 1990. Before the dam modifications could begin, a true 21.3 million bridge was built to relocate traffic on top of the Roosevelt Dam. Roosevelt Lake Bridge is the largest two-lane single-span arch bridge in North America. So pretty cool.
What amazes me also is how the rock is slanted sideways, so it's pretty cool. It's like someone just hit the mountain on the side and it's turned sideways. So yeah, pretty cool sideways rock. Alright, I am getting lunch here at Payson, Arizona at the Buffalo Bar and Grill. This is voted best of Payson, #1. So yeah, really good place, and I changed my mind about going home early. So instead, I'm going to go around Payson, and after I'm done here, I'm going to go around Camp Verde, so then that way I can get the stamp for Montezuma's Castle. So yeah, I'm just here. Pretty old place, and look, Tatanka, pretty cool. There's a bell in there too. So yeah, pretty cool place and awesome people and pretty awesome place. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some lunch here. Then after I'm done here, I'm gonna head out. So today's a busy day. And I thought I'd just go out and about traveling some more, and then after I'm done, I'm gonna head out home. But until next time, we'll catch you when my food gets here. Okay, so this is what I got for lunch. Some nice fries and a cold cut sandwich, bacon and chicken breasts. Really good, so I'm gonna dig in now.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, your heart is a sun, and it shines as it opens.
Well, your heart is the sun, and it shines as it opens.
Yeah, your heart is the sun, and it shines as it opens.
Well, your heart is the sun, and it shines as it opens.
Yeah, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Well, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Yeah, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Well, your bones are the earth, and they sing with the mountains.
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Why would you look outside yourself when you have all of the world inside?
Is a space that creates your horizon.
Well, your mind is a space that creates the horizon.
Your mind is a space that creates your horizon.
Well, your mind is a space that creates your horizon.
Say, why would you look outside yourself when you have?
And that's the trail that goes up to Montezuma's Castle. But the only reason I came here is to put the stamp right here on my Montezuma National Monument. It says I've been here today, but I've been here before. But I just want the stamp on there, and I also got the sticker, which I'm going to put on later, which is right there. So yeah, I'm done here and time to head out. Whoa! I just got back into the valley, and man, look how dusty it is in the air. Either that or it is a lot of smog in the air, man. Dang, that's all crazy. So yeah, I made it back into the valley, and I'm gonna head home. I am beat, but
What up? Today was a fun-filled day of driving, my kind of driving, because I went to 2 national parks today. I went to Tonto National Park and I went to Montezuma Castle National Monument. And for those of you that are new, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking the like button, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. But for those of you that watched my vlogs, I have been to Montezuma's Castle National Monument before, but this time around I decided to go ahead and get me a stamp, so that's what I did. Let me show you guys right here. See, it says I went there for today's date, but I just put the stamp on there and I put the regional sticker on there. So this is my first time getting this book, so I decided to go ahead and redo it. So as you can see, it says Montezuma's Castle, then it has the little stamp on there, today's date, and it has the regional sticker, which is pretty cool. Also, the other regional sticker I went and got today was for Tonto National Monument. So right here, see? It has today's date and I got the regional sticker for it. So it's pretty cool. So I'm very happy I did that. I was gonna go to Tsugi National Park, but I think I'm gonna revisit that place in another vlog because I still need to visit the town of Jerome also and check out some of the historical sites within Cottonwood / Camp Verde area. Also, while I was out and about, I also put in some travel stamps. So let me show you guys. First one is the Tonto National Monument stamp right here. See, it's the top one right here. See, it's Tonto, and it has the stamp number, and it has like a little information about Tonto. And of course, like I said, I went to Montezuma again, so I decided to go ahead and get the Montezuma stamp while I was there. So the Montezuma Castle stamp right here, the name, the stamp number, and the little informational about the National Park of Montezuma Castle. Pretty cool. I got that. Oh yeah, I got the sticker too. It says Tonto National Monument. Pretty cool. It's like a miniature sticker, and it's kind of like in cartoon, kind of like a cartoon design sticker. Pretty cool. And I got this too also. It's like a little Tonto National Monument sticker and has the information, kind of like the informational stamps, but this one's like a little bit bigger. And I guess they're starting to make these ones now, so it can't fit into my book, so I decided to get this one. Also with Tonto, I decided to go ahead and say YOLO, get Montezuma Castle while I'm at it. So Montezuma's Castle, and it's kind of like in a cartoon design, pretty cool. And I also got the National Monument sticker too. So what I'm planning on doing with these is making my own scrapbook. So I'm gonna put the sticker right here and the informational thing. Then in the center, I'm thinking of leaving a space, and then I'm gonna record all the days I've been to this national park. So if I've been here like 4 times, then I'm gonna write in between the right here, I'm gonna leave a space, and then it's gonna indicate all the times I've been to this national park. And I'm gonna do it with this one and all the other ones. I'm slowly collecting everything, so getting at it, or putting it together. There you go. Getting at it. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, some of these national parks don't have regional stamps, so you have to buy them in a kind of like in a pack. So I bought these regional stamps with it, and as you can see, I ripped it out from the ones I put inside the book. So this is 2001 series. So every year they always choose like different national parks to put on the regional stamp for. So this is like the year 2001, and this one right here is for 2006. So every year they choose different national parks to put on the regional stamp. So every year it gets updated. And as you can see, from the 2006, it's been a while since any park's been chosen, especially the ones for the regional stickers I put on my book. So yeah, that was my adventure for today. It was fun, and like I said, I need to go back to Tonto National Monument, so then that way I can go for that guided tour on the second story of the national park. Not second story, the upper level, because there's the lower level which I visited, and then there's the upper level. But that one, it takes about 3 hours, and it's only like 3 miles, but they say it's very informational and it's really cool. So I wanted to go on that tour, but tours don't start up until October. That's when they start taking reservations. So first chance I get, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and that's gonna be a revisit to Tonto National Monument. So just keeping everyone heads up on that. And shout out to Jason, the native traveler. I'm watching him on the live too from my phone. So yeah, pretty cool day, pretty chill night, and of course I'm eating a little late because I'm hungry as a mofo. Having me some Chinese food. I ate earlier, but I guess I burned it all off by driving and walking all over the place. But yeah, I was really hungry, and I don't normally eat late, but I'm editing my video, as you guys can see. Let me show you guys. Where do I flip it? Dang it. But let me just show you guys. See? As you can see, I'm editing the video and putting everything together. So yeah, man, that's what I'm doing this late. I took a shower. I look professional. Hey. But yes, thank you everyone for joining me on my adventure today, and I hope everyone has a good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from, or whatever part of the day you're watching this vlog. So in the meantime, don't forget to click the like button, comment, share, and subscribe if you have not already. So now I'm out. Later.
How can I